the FTC actually said that it did shut down Butterfly Labs,
Hmm.
like confirming the rumor.
Okay.
But the headline says it didn't have anything to do with Bitcoin. It was about the allegations of fraud.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Butterfly Labs. They're a mining company. Um. They sell mining rigs to people for Bitcoin, but the problem with them was apparently that people would pre-order the machines and not get them for many months and sometimes like a year, or never get the machines at all. And then by the time they finally do get them, uh,
They're obsolete.
they're obsolete. They can't mine Bitcoin anymore. The hashing rate has skyrocketed. I mean, just let's look. The hashing rate in the past year has gone from 1 petahash to like about 250 petahashes now. And like I wrote an article about the hashing power had reached 100 petahashes over the summer. I think that was in June. And just since the summer, now we're in fall, the hashing power has doubled again. So like in order, like we talked about the competitiveness of Bitcoin mining, pretty much you need the machine like right away for it to be
Hmm.
usable still. And Butterfly Labs just wasn't doing that at all. So they got taken down by the FTC. Not necessarily raided, like what was at first rumored has happened. Like a raid,
Yeah,
puts an
well, they
image of
shut
your
them
head of like a
down.
militarized operation or something. But they just went in
Yeah,
there,
like
probably took their assets, and
they froze their assets until a hearing that will take place on September 29th.
okay.
It says the it could be it says directly from the article, the 10-day restraining order could be extended, during which time investigators will continue developing their case against Butterfly Labs.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of people in the community who are praising this, basically saying, "Oh, good, they took out
I
one of the main scammers in the Bitcoin economy." What do
Yeah,
you think?
a lot of people are pissed at Butterfly Labs. I
Hmm.
mean, I don't really know much about Butterfly Labs, so like I probably, shouldn't really have an opinion on it. Like I've heard people talk about how it's a scam before, and then I saw like a few months ago the thing on Reddit where the creator of the Buttcoin subreddit like got paid by Butterfly Labs to like, be a shill for their products. And then they Butterfly Labs basically like scammed that guy and like somehow he lost some money or something. I don't know. I can't remember the story, but I remember that and I thought that was funny. And I was like, yeah, that's what you get for hating Bitcoin. You stupid skeptic. But
Why would they agree to get in cahoots with a crappy Bitcoin mining company anyway? If they hate Bitcoin, like,
yeah,
did they not realize or something?
I don't exactly like I don't really remember the details of the story. I just remember it was the guy who created Buttcoin, which is like I don't know if it's like actually an anti-Bitcoin thing or if it's just like kind of like a lighthearted
Like a
satirical kind of
parody
thing.
kind of thing.
Yeah. Like I haven't really looked into Buttcoin that much to like actually, make a decision on that. But from what I remember the story, the creator of the Buttcoin subreddit has made some kind of deal with Butterfly Labs, and they Butterfly Labs ended up scamming that guy or something.
Hmm.
Um,
Okay, so
but it's
basically, Butterfly Labs suck all around, right?
Yeah, like as far as their like you know their their mining thing goes, like if yeah you like if they pre-order it and it's like we'll have your we'll have your machine to you like within 30 days of the release date, and then they wait like 6 months. Like, yeah, that's definitely a legitimate case of a possibly legitimate case of fraud because, they made you a promise to get you your machine within a certain date and you gave them your money based on that agreement and then they didn't send it to you. But if their website had like all sales are final, no refunds, and then they didn't have any expected release date for the mining rigs,
Mm.
like
then is it kind of the
you're
consumer's fault
yeah,
for putting their money at
the
risk?
customer is responsible for taking on that risk. Like you win it, you made the purchase, or you made the pre-order knowing that you couldn't get your money back if you were dissatisfied, and knowing that there was no set release date for the product. So, if you didn't get your machine and something happened, like, hypothetically, if they shut down and you paid that money and you never got anything out of it, you agreed to a final sale to buy a machine with no set release date. Like, you're not entitled to that money. You know, you made that agreement, but I don't know if that was the case with Butterfly Labs. Like, I don't know if they put an expected release date on their products or not, or if they just like they're like, yeah, you buy it, all sales are final, you'll get it when you get it. Depending on how Butterfly Labs went about it, you know, is is the deciding factor between was it, fraudulent or not.
Yeah.
But
And like, isn't there a lot of responsibility on the customer themselves to like do research into the company that they're buying from, especially if it's a multi-thousand-dollar purchase? Like, do some research on the Bitcoin forums for like other people who've interacted with Butterfly Labs, and if they're like a legit company or not, if they're on it true to their word. Like, I don't know. Are there like review sites right now for mining companies? Because there should be a review site for like mining companies, and people can rate like how fast they deliver. If the machines live up to their promised hash rate and stuff like that. Like if that kind of resource was available, then it would be harder for people to blindly take risks if they know that there's a resource available to check reviews, like a Yelp for mining
yeah,
mining companies.
yeah, I would say, it's basically common sense to do research before you buy something. Like, especially if you're gonna buy like a $2,000 mining rig or however much they cost. Like if you're gonna lay down that much cash on something, I would, any normal, reasonable person would, shop around a little bit. And we have all these like great online resources. Like we have like a thriving Bitcoin community on Reddit and several Bitcoin subreddits. Like y you would think that people it would just be like they wouldn't even think twice about looking something up before they spent the money on it. And if like what really is kind of funny to me, like in a dark way, is that people have been saying Butterfly Labs has been a scam like for a long time, I'm guessing. Uh, so
Yeah.
why are they still making money? Like
Yeah.
it's kind of a well-known fact or a well-known assumption rather that this company is a scam, and yet they're still making millions of dollars.
Yeah. They must have been
That's
still
not
making money up until the FTC shut them
yeah
down.
yeah that's not really Butterfly Labs' fault. That's fault of the stupid people who gave them money knowing that there was a good chance it was a scam.
They're like, oh, I heard about this Bitcoin thing. I can get rich mining Bitcoins. I'll just buy a mining rig from the first company that I come
Yeah.
across,
Like
or because I like their name or something.
there's like several other companies that have an established reputation of giving you what you pay for on time. So, you have all these options. Why wouldn't you do research? Like uh people kind of have to,
Yeah.
blame themselves a little bit in this situation, except that, that might have just been a little bit stupid. It's not all Butterfly Labs' fault.